Can we have enough Terminators? Of course not, so I got this awesome Praetor in Cataphractii armor and these two Tartaros Terminators to act as his bodyguards. Is that needed? Probably no, but they looked cool. Let's see. Let's start with the Praetor, ensuring that there is no damage or missing part out of the box. Everything looks fine and there is not much to say about the equipment. We have a Stormbolter and a pair of hands. He has a built-in chainsaw on the right arm for close combat. The paint job is nothing exceptional and will have deserved deeper shading for the sea green parts and silver highlights for the golden parts, including some inking for the recesses. Nothing that we can fix by our own, but it is quite annoying. The bare head is the only option, and it is the classic bad guy with the eyes screened like he's looking up, like looking for some inspiration or trying to keep calm in spite of things not going well. The overall model, though, is quite good. There is a solid cape, big pauldrons, and especially those armor plates at the hip height that confer the figure an overall bulky look that I really like. It instantly fixes one of the few things I don't like for this Terminator pattern. The small chainsaw is a bit undersized compared to similar weapons in the Warhammer universe. It is more of a chain knife. I would have preferred a real power fist, honestly. The articulations instead are in line with what we would expect by similar figures, with the obvious limitation of the hips because of those cool but encumbering armor plates. I don't like his head, and I had an unused bare head for the first Praetor, and it fits quite well, in my opinion. I prefer it to the bland default head because of his more aggressive look. If you go around in such a giant power armor, you can't go around with the expression of just realizing that you forgot the keys inside home. I am quite happy for the final look. He is big and bad, and he deserves a comparison with the baddest of them all, the first company Captain Abaddon. The latter is a tiny bit taller, but not that much. He has an objectively better paint job, and I like the overall black more than the sea green. Yet, the Praetor looks more massive because of those heavy plates at the hips, with Abaddon's shape being very wide on the top and quite smaller from the hips and down. There are 4 Sons of Horus Tartaros Terminators, but I only got the Sergeant and the guy with lightning claws. The Sergeant is armed with the Volkite gun and a saber-like powersword, with a beautiful bare head his only option. The lightning claws guys instead comes with a helmet only and nothing else in terms of weapons. I personally like the Terminator with lightning claws because of those peculiar power fists. Contrary to the other Terminators, this time the lightning claws do not coincide with the fingers, so you can get him into those Wolverine-like postures that are pretty awesome. In In terms of painting quality, we are more or less on the same level of the Praetor, so fair enough, but nothing to make it stand out. The Tartaros design is quite simple, and Sons of Horus do not seem to exceed in decorations and details like for example the Space Wolves. This gives them a more military look, but they would have required a more careful paint job, honestly. On the other hand, they are pretty cheap compared to other Terminators, so it is up to us to improve their look, I guess. In terms of articulations, they are quite good, and if you like to give your Terminator some dynamic stance, you will have some fun. Finally time to bring them together for a side-to-side comparison. In theory, the Tartaros Terminators should be almost on par with the Cataphractii in terms of protection, but much more agile. But in my case, I don't care much for this, since I wanted the honorguard for the Praetor, and I like the result. They match the colors quite well, and the different armor pattern and decoration styles gives them a nice level of variety. My favorite in the group is the Cataphractii Praetor, with the sergeant at the bottom because of his more conventional style compared to the Power Fist brother. What do you think? You have different ideas? Let me know in the comments. Having said that, I wish you a nice rest of the day improving the look of your action figures.